erase you here.
What's good, YouTube? The Black Hokage here, aka TBH, and to be honest, after clocking in 45 hours on Mad Max, I have to say this is quite the polarizing game. Some people enjoyed it, but some people really hated it. It's a lot of strong opinions out on this one, so what's one more, right?
Quiet, gently.
Damn. My man got the LeBron hairline.
Power was alive inside the other gives birth. Start ablaze by godly plug ignite. Revolution about revolution rejoice. Please,
What is you talking about? You speaking Spanish, nigga?
Story. Who reading the book? Mad Max the video game is a prequel to the recent Mad Max Fury Road film that released earlier this year. The main antagonist is Scrotus, who's the third son of Immortan Joe from Fury Road. Scrotus controls the oil within the region in which this game takes place with his own faction of war boys. The Scrotus clan rides around the desert, killing, harassing, and doing anything they can to instill fear amongst the survivors. Naturally, Max doesn't like that, and lucky for him, he crosses paths with a hunchback mechanic named Chumbucket, who believes that Max is the prophet said to deliver the strongest car the desert has ever seen, which is the Magnus Opus. Basically, this weirdo thinks that Max is Noah, the Magnus Opus is the big ass boat, and Max needs at least 2 of every upgrade to save the region from Scrotus. The story isn't particularly deep, but I was entertained and it got me from point A to point B, so it was satisfactory.
Gameplay.
Mad Max is an absolutely gorgeous open world game, and it's not all desert contrary to what a lot of reviewers said, who I believe only played the game for a couple hours and then dismissed the game. Each region of this map is different from the last with different types of terrain. You got sand, rocky mountains, coral reefs, garbage dumps, polluted sludge areas. It's so many different environment types that will test your car's build. Scrap, it's the currency in this game. You'll be collecting it all throughout your adventure so that you can upgrade your car, Max's abilities, and to build your strongholds. If you actually take the time to deck out Max in your car, you can do a lot of cool shit, from wrestling moves to pulling cars' armor off with your harpoon. By the end of the game, my Max was looking like Snake from Metal Gear. Now when it comes to the mission structure, Mad Max takes the typical open world route. You have a mini-map, a bunch of side objectives, and your main missions. Side objectives, they involve taking over camps, stopping fuel tankers, destroying scarecrows, and so much more. All this to bring down the threat level so that you're attacked less by random war boys. Main missions work as such. You enter a stronghold, leaders need your services, you provide them and get upgrades in exchange. I mean, all of it is typical open world stuff, so what it really boils down to is any of it fun? And the answer is, hell yeah! The car combat is fast and furious. It's thrilling to drive in front of your enemy and then use your harpoon to yank them out of their windshield. It's fun to pull your enemy's armor off and then their tires and then just leave them in the dust. It's fun to grab someone by their neck and then shove a shotgun blast up their gut. It's hilarious to connect your harpoon to someone else's car and then drive off the ledge to kill them. If you get creative, you can have a lot of fun with this game. But to go a little bit more in depth with the hand-to-hand combat, it's clearly Arkham inspired, but one thing I wanted to mention is the way it differs is it's a little bit harder. In Batman, you just hit the counter button and it happens. In Mad Max, you have to actually be facing the enemy in order to counter, which is done by flicking the analog stick in the right direction in combination with the counter button at the right time. The combat is also a lot more brutal too. Mad Max has an arsenal of wrestling moves. He uses shiz for instant kills and the shotgun feels godly. It also never gets old using your harpoon on someone who's on foot. It's just a satisfying feeling. If you actually take the time to invest in your Max, then you become a true savage.
What I hated. No sweat.
It's an open world game, so naturally you're gonna come across glitches. Let's see, there was the running in place glitch. Then there was the weird dropkick glitch. The invisible wall glitch.
I actually knew what the hell was going on. I wasn't confused.
True.
Thankfully, none of them were game breaking though. You'll mostly encounter either funny or annoying stuff. Second thing I didn't like was I didn't like the storms in the game. There are random dust and thunderstorms that occur, and they were cool at first, but they last way too long and they become very annoying when you're in the middle of a mission.
Ain't no more scores happening here.
Plus the ending sucks, and why can't Max jump very high? Why even put a jump move in the game if it's completely worthless?
Final verdict.
So the main complaint I've heard about Mad Max is it's repetitive. Newsflash, all games are repetitive. Hell, Destiny's one of the most popular games out right now, and that game is hella repetitive. So, what it really boils down to is, did you have fun or not? I personally had fun with the game. I clocked in 45 hours for Pete's sake. Am I saying this is one of the best games ever? No, but I do think it's worth your time. So final recommendation, pick it up on console when the price goes down. If you have a gaming PC, I say pick it up when it's only 16 bucks. So there you have it, folks. That's my opinion on Mad Max. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and when you're finished, make sure to check out GameIlluminaughty.com. We are the Enlightened Gamers, so come through and try and enlighten yourself on the latest things going on in the gaming industry. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, but my village needs me.